Hey everybody, it's Matt and Jackson here with the brand new Flick Fanatics podcast. The first installment of FFPP.
Flick Fanatics podcast.
Pals. FFPP.
Wow, I like that.
Hey, you ever see that new episode of the FFPP? People would be like, what the fuck are you talking about, FFPP? FFPP. FFPP. So, FF:PP. FFPP. Hopefully people like it, but this first episode is, of course, about
trailers. This is going to be about specifically 6 different trailers. We're going to talk about them briefly each, give our opinions on them, discuss these kinds of movies, what we expect from them. These are all summer blockbuster kind of
Yeah, these are trailers that have they've caused a lot of like division among fans, even fans of said series, and 2, they've all come out within a week.
Yeah.
From now. I'm pretty sure these are all brand new trailers. They all came in, I think, the exact same week too. Maybe in a span of 2 weeks, but still, they're very, very new. Of course, tons of people have been talking about them. Again, they're blockbusters, like you said. So
yeah. Let's jump right in.
We're here to talk about them, just like everybody else. We're getting on that band.
So I was going to ask you right off the bat, what do you think of the whole Star Wars? You know, you had the celebration. They showed the new teaser.
Yeah.
Everyone saw the teaser. A lot of people cried.
Of course they did. Who wouldn't?
I don't know anyone that wouldn't. But,
exactly. Only fools.
So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to give me your thoughts, reactions to that second teaser of Star Wars, The Force Awakens, the 7th episode. And you start now.
Well, first off, I'm a huge fan of the Star Wars movies, even the prequels. I loved them. Of course, they don't compare at all to the original trilogy in any sense. It still is they're interesting stories. And this one, I feel, is taking all of the good elements from the prequels and all of the good elements from the original trilogy and making one seemingly solid movie. Like this movie, something about this trailer, it's a teaser. Again, it's a teaser trailer. It's not giving away storyline. It's just giving you a little bit more than you had before. And I feel that this trailer is giving just enough and withholding just enough to get people excited. I don't see a lot of people, I'm sure there are people that feel this way, I don't see a lot of vocal people saying, oh, this movie fucking sucks. This teaser trailer doesn't give away anything. It's not telling me anything about the fucking story. Alright, that's the thing. It's a teaser trailer. It's not meant to be a trailer, and it's not meant to be the goddamn movie. It's a teaser trailer, and I thought this was phenomenal. It made me super, super excited. I haven't been this excited in a long time. So it was the perfect blend of action, drama, and a little cheesiness and campiness that you can expect from the Star Wars trilogy. The original trilogy had that cheesy factor. Before the Lucas cuts, all of that stuff, it was still kind of cheesy, you know? There was those one-liners between Han and Chewie, weird incestual relationship between Luke and Leia. It's campy in a sense, and this was like a good level of campy. So I'm damn near excited for this movie.
Time's up.
Perfect timing. Look at that.
Great job.
Let's give you the time, huh?
Okay, yeah.
Let's give you the time.
Cool. All right.
2 minutes on the clock. Let's do it.
Started?
Yes.
I was at school when the celebration happened. I came home, I'm on the train, and I hear all the teasers out. I look up the teaser, and I was very surprised by the teaser. I watched it on my phone, and I'm picked up by my older brother, and the second I get in the car, he goes, sit down and watch this, and he gives me his phone with the teaser on it, and I was like, oh, I just watched this, but I'm going to watch it again. This teaser teased us. And I think that's what a teaser needs to do, is it needs to show you a little bit here, a little bit there, get you kind of curious as to, hey, who's this villain guy? hey, who are all these characters? These are new people and stuff. So it got me very interested, and it got me super excited to hear what I thought was Mark Hamill's voice doing this voiceover. I'm not super sure about that. I've heard it is. I've heard people say it's not, but I imagine it is.
I'm pretty sure.
By what he's saying and what you're seeing. And then, it was great seeing Han Solo and Chewbacca at the end. That brings the biggest smile to my face. And I just gotta say, check out, I just gotta say, I definitely think J.J. Abrams is the right guy for the job. I think he has not made like a bad film yet, or at least from what I've seen. So he does a good job with the Hollywood blockbusters, and I think that Star Wars 7 is not only going to set records, but it's going to surprise a lot of people with the quality of film that it is. And I'm good right there.
You're good.
I'm good. I'm excited. I got 15 seconds left, so I'm good.
See that, everybody. So
we should go to a minute and a half from now on.
let's go a minute and a half.
Make
All right,
it a little,
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a minute and a half.
Yeah. So, next up,
Probably the most controversial trailer right now.
not a trailer.
Teaser trailer, forgive me. I'm even buying into the rhetoric of these crazy, close-minded people. So, this, I'm sure you all know, this is Batman v Superman.
You know, following up one of the most polarizing comic book films there is, or has ever been, some literally call that movie a steaming pile of shit, and some people say it's the best comic film we've ever done.
And I've also heard people say it's not a comic book movie.
Yes, someone we know. And I've also heard people, I've also heard people say, it's alright. So this movie literally was received in any way you could imagine.
Seriously, there were people that were like, I'm gonna cut Henry Cavill's head off. Or other people are like, man, I'd go to bed with Henry Cavill. So it's polarizing, but there are people still left in the middle.
Yeah. So, you know, following that up, you have the same director, Zack Snyder, who worked on Man of Steel doing this film.
Yeah.
New writer.
Who is the writer?
With David Goyer. There's David Goyer, the guy that did the Dark Knight trilogy and Man of Steel. And also Chris Terrio, the guy that wrote Argo with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Argo, fuck yourself.
And Argo won some Oscars.
Yes, it did.
And I'm not trying to say that Batman vs Superman is going to win Oscars, but I'm going to say I do feel like there will be a step up in the quality of the substance.
I'd say so.
From knowing that.
Yeah,
that was
just
my
the
impression.
team that's been assembled for this superhero movie. I feel that it already has a little more promise than even Man of Steel or the Nolan Batman trilogy.
Definitely, because
there's the big names behind it.
And that's just from credits. Then, you know, we get this teaser in like a bootleg version and people explode. And then the next day, literally is released officially.
Warner Brothers is forced, essentially, to release the official teaser trailer. I remember Matt sent me the video. It was some Portuguese blog
Brazil
post.
Or something, yeah.
And I watched the trailer once, the teaser trailer once.
And it was taken.
I tried to watch it again, and it was taken down. So it was a race for people to see this, and Warner Brothers finally caved and released it on their YouTube channel.
So with that said, I'm going to give you 90 seconds. Let's hear it, starting now.
The teaser trailer, opens, honestly, flawlessly in my mind. It starts all black. There's voiceovers. It's voiceovers from political commentators. Neil deGrasse Tyson, another person who sounds a lot like, that's right, Jesse Eisenberg. He's playing Lex Luthor. So it starts off incredibly. If people are aware enough to listen to like who's talking, it kind of like gets the gears turning a little. Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor, Neil deGrasse Tyson, a real human being, an actual person in our universe talking about what appears to be Superman. The trailer does a phenomenal job of getting people just super excited, and you can tell there's already that strife between Batman and Superman at the very, very, very beginning. The commentary is all about how, Superman, they never name him. This god-like creature is different. You know, people are rallying around him falsely. And then you see the Superman statue spray painted on the chest, false god. That, in and of itself, is incredible. It just gets me so damn excited. And of course, the famous, now famous line at the end. That's all the time I got, unfortunately.
Wow.
I'm going to add a couple seconds. I am so excited.
All right. All right, now to hear the other side of the argument. Here we go. I'm just kidding. Here we go. So,
All right.
To go off of what you just said, you explained a lot of it. I like the tone and the idea and the direction that they are taking a what if route. They're saying, what if this super being, super alien, came into our world, and how would the world react? I think they would react exactly how that teaser opened up. You would have people saying, no, this is not like some god, this is not some, because I have a god, I believe in it, or, there's no way that this is right. And then there's people saying, hey, what if this is like some special being sent to us to help us from this so-called god, or he is the god? And I think that idea is so cool to wrap a story around because it makes Man of Steel very relevant. Whether you like it or not, it makes that consequence of what happened at the end of that movie. Because seeing it that way is, if he is a god, killed another being, like quite literal and like seriously. So to look at it that way, I think is really interesting that they're going with that approach. And then to top it all off, we finally see Ben Affleck in costume. We get that deep stare where he's looking into your soul. And of course we get two costumes. And I think the two costumes are phenomenal. I think they're doing a great job of mixing Jim Lee and Frank Miller Batman. I can't wait. That's it.
And to add on to that real quick, to address the people that are so angry, honestly, it's anger at this point, angry about these DC movies. Marvel does a good job at throwing us and the audience in their universe. DC does a flawless job at throwing superheroes in our universe. It's taking a human perspective on superheroes. It's not taking a fellow superhero or someone who lives in the realm of Marvel superheroes. Iron Man's a famous person in the universe. He's, world-renowned billionaire. People love him, just everyday people in that universe. Marvel throws us into that universe. DC throws Superman and Batman into ours. And I think that is what sets them apart. And I don't see, honestly, how people can neglect that fact. It takes a human approach to superheroes. And with this teaser, it brings that human element out even further with the whole false god stuff.
Yeah.
That's like you said, that's something people would actually think.
Exactly. And to go off of that, I think that's something that would truly happen, because if you look at it in a way of this like religious symbolism, that Superman has always been kind of in that light of like this religious theme of like, he's kind of like the figure of Christ, he's like the Messiah of comic books, like, and to look at it that way, you have this symbolism of a guy reaching up to him in the sky. You have this monument they've erected because of him, so it's like, look at the story of Christ, whether or not you believe it, I don't care if you believe it or not.
Yeah,
like,
it's still
it doesn't
a story
matter
in a sense.
It doesn't matter to me. Like, that story, it's very relevant. People make him the Messiah, but then there's people that say, no, you're not.
Absolutely not. And to the extreme. People that will die to prove that Superman is not the Messiah.
And there's people that want him dead. And I think one of those people that wants him dead happens to be a guy known by the double L, like...
I know.
And I'm really interested to see, though, because this teaser, it makes it seem like Batman, Superman, you gotta pick one. Who are you agreeing with? But then it's like, there's gonna be this whole other angle
There's going to be
of
an
a real
overarch-
villain. Yeah, exactly. So
There's going to be
enough of
a
that.
message.
We'll get back to that another time. Just a little too into that one, but
because it's so talked about.
it's so
That's
talked
why
about.
people
and
are very polarized over it. So
it's worth talking about.
it is, and honestly, if we could do a whole episode just on the Batman versus Superman, Marvel DC kind of thing, we probably would. So
And we probably will at some point.
I would say so.
They both have their pluses and negatives, and I was
Exactly.
gonna say, on that note, it's 11 months out, so I don't
Yeah,
think
we
we
have
should be
plenty of
quick to
fucking
jump and say this is gonna suck. We've gotten 2 minutes,
or
of
even
a-
quick to jump that say that this is going to be amazing. So we have a long time
There's
to
a good
find
chance
out.
that they can mess something up. I mean,
Exactly.
really.
It is possible. Anybody can do it. So without further ado, let's just move on
To
the
Antman.
next trailer.
So we're gonna move on to Antman. I'm gonna give you 90 seconds right now. Let's hear it. Go ahead.
Marvel, like I said, does a good job of throwing you into the universe of superheroes. But this teaser trailer, no, it's a real trailer.
This was a
It's
trailer.
not even a teaser trailer. It kind of just, it doesn't throw you in. It tries to balance this like weird like drama, like this, broken character, Paul Rudd's character, you can tell he's angsty. You can tell there's a lot of angst. But that's overshadowed by the stupid one-liners that are, there's what, 4 of them in this trailer? 4 one-liners that completely derail the seriousness. And I feel that there can be a balance. There is always a balance between drama and humor. You can't have it all drama because then it's a bore. You can't have it all humor because then it's shallow. So Ant-Man, I feel that this trailer does not have any balance. I feel that the humor is like up here, and you can see the drama trying to breach that surface, but it just doesn't. It falls so flat, in my opinion. I think it looks nice visually, and I will see it because it looks exciting in a sense, but I just feel that it doesn't hold the same merit as some of the other Marvel movies. And I like Paul Rudd's delivery, so I feel that I may be a little more forgiving on the comedy. I'm a big fan of Paul Rudd. That's all I'm saying.
Good job. So,
Clock has stopped. Interesting.
okay.
All right. Whenever you're ready, man.
Yeah. Whew. Well, I'm definitely more on board for this film than I was before. I'm definitely going to see it. I like Paul Rudd, like you said. I think he's a very funny guy. However, I am still a tad skeptical. The fact that Joss Whedon recently just came out, I think a day or 2 ago, and said Edgar Wright had written the best script Marvel had. And to know that he is no longer making this movie, and to know that Adam McKay and Paul Rudd rewrote the script, that makes me a little concerned, because it makes me wonder what happened? What the hell happened? But to be honest with this trailer, it is exciting. It does not develop the villain well enough that I still don't know what the heck to think of this villain. Is it going to be another shallow Marvel villain? Is it gonna be like the guy in Guardians of the Galaxy? Is it going to be like everybody that's not Loki? I don't think Marvel has ever had a great villain aside from Loki in their films. And I'm waiting for another good one. Ultron looks like it could work. This guy playing Yellow Jacket doesn't seem like it to me, so I'm going to need a little more selling on this one. However, still looking forward to it. Humor didn't quite land for me, but let's just see what happens when it comes out, huh?
God bless.
Reset.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We'll see, honestly.
We'll see, yeah. I mean,
Like Matt said, it did spark a little more intrigue.
you got Paul Rudd in your movie, so that's a plus.
Always a
that,
plus.
yeah.
I feel Paul Rudd is a very, very solid actor, comedy and drama-wise. So
He's a theater guy, isn't he?
yeah, I think he started in theater.
Yeah.
So there is promise. There is some kind of promise. I'm not saying this movie is going to suck, and I'm not saying it's going to be amazing. There's promise, and we just have to wait to find out, honestly.
So yeah, next up, another big one that came out. A lot of people were skeptical of this. Terminator
Genisys, the newest installment of the Terminator saga.
Ready?
Absolutely. Start that clock, bad boy. Terminator Genesis. All the trailers and all the teasers we've seen before, I don't think gave you any plot. It may have given you some background at what's happening in the future with the human race, or what is happening in the past with Sarah Connor. This, I feel, that this trailer gives you that one extra step to show you what this movie is going to be about. No spoilers, it's a trailer, you can watch whenever the hell you want. You see who? John Connor as a full-grown man from the future, sent back, turns out, wait a minute, he's a Terminator. This is a groundbreaking thing in my opinion. I think this changes the whole tone of everything. It's confusing. I don't know what's going on. I don't think anybody really knows why all of this is happening, but I feel that it's just enough to like, wow, like what the hell is going on? To the point where I would go see it, or someone else who's saying, what the hell? Like, what? Huh? Duh! They're the type of people that are going to go see it. So, honestly, I could care less about the Terminator Genesis trailers and teasers up until this point. I really, honestly liked it a lot. Looks visually awesome as well. But again, we will see. There's no way of knowing yet. So, I'm excited.
All right, I'm going to start right now.
Let's do it.
I'm really torn on this movie. I have seen both sides online. I didn't see the trailer until we just watched it. So I'm going to see it. I like Jason Clarke a lot, the guy playing John Connor. I think he's an awesome actor. He's very underused in a lot of movies. And to see him in this trailer actually in it more made me happy, because that first trailer he's barely in it. And I'm like, oh great, he's in it, but he's really not. Seeing him in this, having more of a prominent role, is very cool. However, I'm very confused. Like you said, I am super confused as to this whole like twist that they've given away in the trailer, and it makes me wonder, like, what am I going to be surprised by anything in the movie now? You know what I mean? Like, I like the trailer. However, trailers nowadays, they seem like they give away so much. That's why I like teasers. Teasers, like, you know, what we've been getting, like Star Wars, BVS, they just give you that little setup. It's not even a full, like, story. And it's enough to grab you and be like, wow, that looks like a cool movie. Save the surprises for when I go see it, you know? Like, I could have gone without knowing that. But Arnold's back. That's always cool to see, in his old age even.
And even in his young age.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. So, you know, I'm going to see it. Looks exciting.
It's all the time, man. Yes. On top of that, honestly, are they that... I think the movie industry is getting a little wiser. Are they dumb enough to give away potentially the entire plot twist in a trailer? I don't know if they're dumb enough to do something like that. So
So you think there's something else?
I feel like there's another element. I wouldn't say that's not a twist at all in the movie. I feel like there's probably something else that is a bombshell or a twist that really gets people excited. So
We'll see.
We'll see, exactly.
We'll see.
So I'm excited, man.
So next up, Jurassic World, and we'll just say start.
Going into this first trailer, honestly, I didn't care. I was never like an enormous fan of the Jurassic Park series. And all of the Chris Pratt stuff I've seen, he just seems like the total like macho man. You know, oh, southerner guy, shoots a Winchester rifle, rides a motorcycle. That was the extent of his character in my mind. Until this trailer. It started off with that macho man bullshit. But it brought in some kind of like, this man knows what he's talking about. He's a biologist or a scientist or something. He knows how to handle the dinosaurs. He knows what they're like. He knows how they act. He understands that they're animals. I feel that this trailer does a really good job of setting up his character a little more, giving him a little more depth, and it also shows the dinosaur, the hybrid, biologically engineered dinosaur. So that was a big groundbreaking thing, and they mentioned a thing where they're communicating. And then the next scene, you see pterodactyls picking up people and throwing them. So it's like, this isn't the only bad guy in the movie. This bad guy in the movie is sentient enough to communicate with other dinosaurs. So I'm intrigued. I feel like they may have given a lot away by that. But again, they may not be that stupid.
Good. Wow. All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I want to see this movie. So excited.
Whoa.
It looks exciting. It that word's used a lot, but for summer I feel like it is necessary to make a movie exciting, engaging, entertaining. The 3 E's that you need for a summer movie. I think that would really work out. I think
We're gonna stop it. Oh no.
Okay, here, go again. I'm just gonna. Movie looks like a lot of fun. Can't wait to see it. There we go. Done.
Are you serious? Oh my God! Would you look at that, ladies and gentlemen? Matt, I'll let you start this one. We have
Okay.
Fantastic Four, the actual trailer, if I'm not mistaken. It's not a teaser. It's a trailer, right?
Yes.
That's a surprise because most of the other ones
Our teasers.
were teasers. So we'll see what happens, and we're gonna start that clock.
So, Fantastic Four, reboot, new cast, new direction, everything is new with where they're taking this movie. Josh Trank, director of Chronicle, was apparently high on set a ton for this movie. People were really pissed off about it. However, final product of the trailer looks nice. It looks fresh for what they're going after for a series that's kind of been laughed at, They're taking a comedic twist to the seriousness. And I think that really works in this day and age because we're so used to comedic kind of movies from Marvel. They're so funny, they have a lot of action, but, DC shouldn't be the only one trying to go for a serious tone. I think maybe the Fox X-Men movie and this Fox Fantastic Four stuff, they can take that route kind of as well, but maybe play more of the middle ground between Marvel and DC and maybe add a little bit of both. I like the casting of the Fantastic Four. I think all of the actors actually look promising. I haven't seen, much of Doom. I saw the side of his face in that line. Don't mind the costume as much as I did from that leaked photo that came out a while ago. I think he looks better than I thought. However, I'm very, very interested to see where the Doom comes in. Like, why? I know he's angry about what happened to them, but let's see it. Let's see exactly what he's gonna do. Cool trailer. Overall, got me interested.
Without a doubt.
So, and the thing looks great.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm gonna play off what Matt said. Finding that middle ground, like I mentioned in the Antman thing, the balance with Antman, comedy, drama, it's unbalanced. I honestly feel that this new Fantastic Four trailer, it's a trailer, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean the entire movie's going to be like this. It found that balance. There was a little bit of humor. There was like a joke. There were 2 jokes I think I counted. But the seriousness made up for those jokes. It didn't seem campy, it didn't seem cliche, it didn't seem unnecessary. It seemed that this movie's going to take that heavier, darker tone that I think most Marvel movies lack. Bring a little bit into the Marvel universe. Show us a little more angst and depth to the Marvel characters and storylines. So I feel that this trailer honestly may set a tone for the movie itself. Trailers oftentimes aren't exactly like the movies, but I have hope for this one, seeing as they're taking a dramatic edge. More drama than comedy. The Ant-Man, there's some drama, and there's more comedy. So it's like that unbalancedness is just throwing me off, and it's turning me off to the Marvel movies. I love the Fox Marvel movies, and I like the Sony Marvel movies, because they have some depth. There's depth, there's emotional depth. That's all I gotta say.
Very cool. So those are the 6 trailers that have come out in the last week or so.
superhero or sci-fi or blockbuster related.
Yeah. So, this is a work in progress. This is the first time we're doing this approach to this, so there might be a ton of changes by the next time we do this. Topics are always going to change. It will not always be trailers. It might just be franchise talks.
It could be franchise talks. It could be news about movies. It could be
filmographies.
Anything. Video games based on movies. Movies based on books. Books based on past life experiences. Past life experiences based on birth. Birth based on movies.
Wow, it's a lot of stuff.
Cyclical.
So we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for coming by.
Yeah.
For watching.
We really hope you enjoyed the first installment of FFPP.
FFPP.
It doesn't have to remain FFPP, ladies and gentlemen.
If you have a better title, let us know down below.
Yeah, submit it.
Let us know what you think about these trailers. Give us a list. Like, Star Wars, this is what I thought. BVS, this is what I thought. Like, do that. I'm interested to hear.
Short and concise, just kind of like out we went.
And I think next time we'll cut them down to a minute, something like that. That way it's super quick.
To the point. Let's just get to it.
Yeah. So
that's it.
Big thank you again. We'll try to do this somewhat frequently. We'll see how it goes. And
thank you, everybody. Seriously. God bless.
God bless Superman.